Welcome to Tech Brothers with Amir. In this video, we are going to learn how to create map reports in SSRS. We'll be using ESRI Shapefile in this demo. If you would like to read all those contents, please stop the video and read through. I'm going to perform all of them anyways. So let's go to the SSMS SQL Server Management Studio and take a look on our data. I have a table called total sale, and this is in the sales database. We have a sale for different countries in this table. Let's execute this one. We have sale person first name, last name, product name, items sold, and we have city, state, and country region. So in this demo, I need only two columns. I need item sold and I need country. That's all I need, so I can display these values on the map. So I'm going to remove all other columns. Also, instead of grouping in SSRS, I would like to group here in the T-SQL query. So I'm going to take the sum of items sold here. We can do in SSRS, but I do not want to put the pressure on memory and network. Let's say this is a small data set, but we can have millions of records as items sold. And let's group by country. Now you can see that we have items sold and country. We have 5 countries here. In the last video, I have shown you guys how to use map gallery. Those are installed maps in SSRS, but they are only available for United States of America. Now in this case, we have data for different countries. We have to use ESRI file in this case. So once we have ESRI shapefile, we'll be using that map and displaying these values on that. So let's go ahead and create that. So go to the SSDT SQL Server Data Tools. Let me expand this part. Go to the reports, right click, add, and new item. Click on report, add. Go to data sources, add data source. So let's call this one DS sales, as our data is coming from sales database. So use a shared data source reference. Sales 2014 is shared data source, that's pointing to the sales database. Hit OK. Right click on a data set, add data set. Let's call this one DataSet Map. Embedded in my report, use the shared data source reference here and paste the query. Hit OK. Now right click here in the design surface, go to insert and select map. As I was talking about map gallery, use spatial data from a set of installed maps. As it is selected, we see only the maps available for USA. So we have the data that's for different countries. We have France, Germany, India, Pakistan, and United States. So we cannot use these installed maps. We have to use the ESRI shapefile. So we can download this ESRI shapefile from different websites and use it. Okay, so here what we have, where can I get the ESRI shapefile? If I will click here, Microsoft page will open, and you can read through. You will try to find out, okay, these are different links provided. I was trying to do the same thing, so I went to all these links, but they were kind of confusing. Then I came to the comments, so people said that this is very confusing. Some people say this does not help at all. So I said, okay, I'm giving up on this one. I don't want to waste my time here. I went to the Google and I said, okay, Word shapefile download. So once I did that, I landed on the very first website. So I opened that one. Then this was a kind of lengthy website. It showed me a lot of information. Then I was kind of lazy. I said, okay, I don't want to go through all those details and the maps for USA, Turkey, and all those kind of things. I'm looking for the world map. So I went to the second link right away, and I find this. Hold on one second. Let's open this again. So this website, I'm not sure why it's not opening. Let's refresh one more time. Show saved copy. Let's see if this was, I was working on this one anyways. So this had this file right there. So it has download button, and it was showing, okay, TM Word borders 0.3 zip. So it showed me right there, so I clicked there and then I downloaded this file. So I'm gonna go ahead and show you where I downloaded. So once I downloaded there, I extracted all that right here. So let's extract it, replace, because I had already extracted, that's why it was there. So we can go back here, just copy from here and place wherever you would like. In my case, I went to the videos and pasted right there. So you can see it is right here. If you would like to repaste, it will override it. Fine, let's replace it. From there, I did one thing. So I took the .shp file and pasted in the parent folder. So once I pasted in the parent folder, that's all I needed. As I can see from here, use a link to an ESRI Shapefile.shp. So I said, okay, this is giving me more than one file. So this part, if you take a look, I have different files here. I have .shx, .shp, .prj, .dbf, and readme. So readme, I know what it is. I would like to read if whatever the information it is providing and all that we can read through. But these files, I thought, okay, these are not really useful. So only file SSRS is asking .shp. So once I start creating the map, I browse to all the way there. So this is where I have videos, and here is my single file. So if I went there, I got this error. It's saying could not find the file .dbf. So it is also asking for .dbf file, so database file as well. So once you download those files, you have to have both files in the same folder. So let's browse to the folder where we have both of them. So here, if you go and use all files, I have .dbf as well as I have .shp. So select the shp file here, open. Now we see the map right there, so it's working. Here we can adjust the map. We can take it left and right and all those kind of things. We can zoom in, zoom out, and now here is the quality part. You can select the best quality. I'm going to go for selecting the best quality. Crop map as shown above. If that's what you like to use, crop it. Add a Bing Maps layer. So we may have the map. If we would like to add an other Bing layer, Bing Maps layer, we can do that. So right now you can see that it is road, then we can have aerial, and then we can have hybrid as well. So in my case, I do not want to use any Bing Maps layer. I would like to use the simple word map, and would like to display my data on that. Hit next. We have three templates here: basic map, color analytical map, and bubble map. If you will choose a basic map, you have to configure everything from scratch. If you will select color or bubble map templates, it will give you option in the wizard to select the data set, to select different colors, and to select the theme as well. So I have made the videos on all these three. If you would like to watch my previous video, that's 119, 119.1 and 119.2. I'm going to go ahead and select color analytical map, select my data set. Now here we have two options. We have analytical data set and we have a spatial data set. Analytical data set is coming from our own data set that we have created. So this data is exactly our data set. The other one is coming from the map. In the map, we have ISO, ISO 3, ISO 2, UN, numbers and name, and different other information related to the country. In this case, we'll be using the name of the country as we have also the names in our data set. So let's go ahead and join them. So I'm going to use the name here and select a field from our data set that's called analytical data set. And now you can see that the both are highlighted. So we have done the correct joining on our columns. Hit next. We can select different themes. I'm going to go for ocean in this case. Field to visualize whatever we would like to analyze or visualize. In my case, I'm going to go for items sold. And next, I would like to have the same color fine, green, yellow, and red. I can change that later. So these are divided into 5 sub ranges. Display labels, let's click here, and we can display whatever we like. We can display the names of those countries. We can display ISO code, that's a 3 character abbreviation for the country, or we can go and select country from our own data set. So let's go ahead for now and go for hash sign name. So that will get the country names from a spatial data set. So that will be coming from the shapefile. Let's click finish. Now we can go ahead and move our map a little bit and make it a little big, give some space. Sorry for the delay. And here we have our map. Now let's go ahead and preview. And now we can see that we have India, and right next to India, as I'm from Pakistan, so I know that there is the country Pakistan right next to India. But if somebody has placed these values here, he will not be seeing okay, there is some other values for beside India. But I know from my data set, I also have Pakistan, the value is 3, and here on the map, the Pakistan name is not shown. Also, I have values for France and Germany, but I do not see their names. So, but I see some other countries' name right here. United States has some data, but we don't really see the data also displayed here. So we have to do some adjustments. Let's go back here and click on the map. Click on the drop down here. Go to the polygon properties, and that's where we are going to play with different properties to make our map much better and more informative. Here, the very first thing is called the label text. So that's the country names coming from a spatial data or a shapefile. And visibility is auto. As you can see that the Pakistan is very small as compared to India, and the name is kind of long, so that doesn't fit in that small part of the map. That's why I did not show that name. If I will show the name of Pakistan here, it will be kind of overlay on China or India. So that's also not really right thing to do. But let's go ahead and we will say visibility true. So we would like to have the names anyways. So now you can see that as the hash sign name is getting the names from shapefile, and that has the map. It is bringing all those names. If I would like to go ahead and hit OK and go to preview, there would be a big mess. So you can see all the names are there, but nobody can really read them. Now let's go back to design. One thing I noticed here, if I go to polygon properties again, instead of using a hash sign name that's coming from spatial data, I can use the country name that has only 5 values, as we know that. So it is coming from our data set. Rest of that, we don't really care if the name is displayed for those countries or not. As long as they have the data, we would like to display the name. So let's go ahead and hit OK. Now you can see that we have India and Pakistan. Even India, the area of India is much greater than Pakistan, but the Pakistan name is overlaying or it's on India. So that's one thing, not really right thing with India and Pakistan, or even Germany and France. The names are kind of merged on different countries. So one thing we can do that instead of the whole name, we can go ahead and use the ISO codes, and let's go ahead and fix that part. So go to polygon properties, and we have we can use ISO 3 right here. This will 3 character. You can see that USA, Canada, CAN, and for Pakistan it will be PAK, and for India IND will show that, but there is a problem. Now it will be shown for every country. We would like to have this value only for the country where the values are present. So I'm going to copy this one or cut this part, go to expressions and write my expressions. Here I will say if field map, I'm going to go to item sold is greater than 0. If that's true, I would like to have a ISO abbreviation name. Otherwise the blank is fine with me. So that will take care of it. Hit OK. Now even you can see right now it is showing all expressions, but when the map will be shown, it will show only the values wherever we have the value. So other countries will not have those ISO codes there. On the tooltip, we can go ahead and display the country name and values. So once we hover our mouse, it will show us the country name and value. So I'm going to use that one. Go to field, country name, plus sign, double quotes, hyphen, and then space. And now we will be using C string. That's the function that will convert our integer value to the string as we are concatenating with the string. So hit OK. We can go and to the fonts. We can change the color of the fonts if we like. Let's go bold and italic, and you can see that now we have a bold and italic for our ISO 3 codes. We can go to fill if we like. Here right now it's white, but this color is not used as polygon color prop rule is providing this color as of now. We can use anyone if we like. If you see here gradient and pattern, we can change here, but later we have to go to the polygon color rule and apply that there. So right now let's leave this one to solid. Come to border. Let's change the border. I'm making 1.5 and color is gray. We can change to white if we like. We can have shadow. So if you would like to have shadow, that will work. If you don't like the shadows, that's fine as well. Now let's go ahead and hit OK. Let's preview our map. This will look much better. As now you can see that India and Pakistan, there is a small separation, and we have DEU, that's Germany, and then we have France, and here we have USA. The color is white, and that doesn't really, maybe doesn't really suit. I'm gonna go back and go to the polygon color, and here I will change. Let's go to the where we had border. We had instead of white, let's go to the gray, and that will be fine. Now let's preview it and see if that's a difference with this gray border. At least that makes some difference, but I don't know, I'm really not satisfied with these colors. Everything is green, and you can write expressions, and let's say we have the value from 2 to 10, that's coming in dark green, and then the next one is coming light green. If you would like to have green, yellow, and red, you can have that as well. So you go to the polygon center rule, and that's where it is using this color scheme for now. And if you see, there is a distribution of 5, and it is using optimal. So we can change it to our own custom colors. Let's say I will say visualize data by using custom colors, and I will say add green, yellow, and red, and then I have to provide the values. Instead of using optimal, I would like to use custom. I'll say add bucket 1 to 5. Let's say 1 to 5 or 1 to 4. I would like to have green, then 4 to 9, let's say, or 10 maybe, will have different value, and from 10 to up, let's say we take the max value. And use the item sold here instead of writing some max value, because we do not know every time the value will be the same. So that's why I'm taking the max value for this field. Once this part of bucket will be true, 1 to 4, this will not go to the next one. That's why we can start with 1 to 4, and then if it is not 4, then it will come to the next one. That can be 4.1 or anything above, and that's why you can have this sequence 1 to 4, 4 to 10, and 10 to this. Hit OK. Preview the report, and now you will see that we will have different colors. For Pakistan, the value is 3. So as we have written, the range 1 to 4 in the green, and 4 to 10 in the yellow, and any value from 10 to 17, that's the max, it will be in red. So you can see that. So our range is working perfectly fine. Now let's go back to design and play with the different map projection. So click here, and go to ViewPort Properties. And here we have projection called Mercator. So I'm not really good with pronouncing these things, so it doesn't matter. So I don't really care about that. You can play and learn about the how to pronounce these things. So this is called Robinson, and if you see that the map did change a little bit, and then you have Fehe, and that's projection is a little change here. So if we'll go to the, let's say, Hammer Etaf, then you will see a different way of a map. Hit OK, and now I'm gonna show some lines here. So show this line and show parallels, and I will try to make it, let's put in middle. We can use these arrows to adjust up and down. Now preview the report. This will be probably better looking map. Now you can see that we have India right here, we have Pakistan right here, and then we have Germany and France and USA right here. So that's how you can change different projections and make your map look much better. So let's say if we go to different projections, and if we'd like to use I don't know, Boon or Boonie, whatever you call, this is the shape or projection. So if you would like to use that one, you can use it, what works best for you in the map. So different projections are available. Play with them and learn whatever works best with your values. So what else we have here? So we are done with the country name data visualization. So that's pretty much it for this video, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next video. One thing again, these values you have to kind of play, especially the label part. So that's really tricky. Even with the even the PAK is still coming on the India. So that kind of get tricky. Like, okay, how should I display the entire name of country, or ISO code, or short abbreviation for these maps? I mostly go with the tooltip, and if I have big names such as state names and country names, I go ISO codes, and then I have tooltip for the full name and values. So thanks very much for watching this video, and I will see you guys in the next video.